So my name is Omar Ambasad. It is 3:35 p.m., October 23rd, 2019. So I'm recording this on my phone. So you might see a little difference in the quality. Um, I'm just making this short video to put my face out there because there's all kinds of rumors being spread about me due to this ongoing targeting to get me out of the building. Now, I am currently looking for work against the backdrop of being targeted, which is quite challenging. So there is constant, I've been updated outside the window that I was flagged since 2005. So from that point on, and this is public flagging, from that point on, there were files that were being accumulated about me, and still is being done. And that file is in the public domain. So, in retrospect, I couldn't find work for a long period of time since then, in between contracts. And let me rephrase that. So between contracts, there were long periods of time that I could not find work. So in retrospect now, I'm realizing that this was due to the file that's being accumulated about me by the community because I was flagged, and the contents being made public. It also, judging from the comments outside the window, most likely was as a direct result of the management team. There's a committee that the community put together to run trials, mock trials, and to find to decide whether you're guilty or not, and to discipline you remotely. So the committee decides when you work, how you work, who you work for, and how much you get paid. So I am suspecting very strongly that this committee was directly responsible for my not working for long periods of time between contracts. So this is a degradation, program. So right now, what is being reported about me is made to happen. So the situations that are arising, such as not having a job, that is presented in a way to make me look like something is wrong with me and I can't find one or keep one. These things are made to happen. The management team in the background is pulling the strings like a puppet being pulled, and is managing the target's life. So these things are made to happen. It's a conspiracy. So whatever is being presented about me to courts, to meetings, and so on, this is part of the conspiracy. So these things are setups. Whatever is being reported about me is as a direct result of being framed setups and just out and out lies, just lies. So, a really good example, let me just give you an example of a setup. People would come around my desk sometimes in the workplace and just put something that smells funny on my desk and just leave it there or under my desk. And then the report would be something is weird in the desk, or something is strange going on in the desk, or something smells in the desk. This is what happens. Things are placed around me. So, and reported. Just like the videos I'm posting where there is a technology that's being used that is increasing the electrical current in my body. That electrical current, when the power is turned up, will make me sick. My legs would swell up, my ankle would swell up, I'd get asthmatic, I'd get colds, I'd start coughing, and my sinuses would start acting up, and so on. So this is reported by the people in the building who comes around me. They're tracking me, so they know exactly where I am. And if I cough, they'd say, gee, she can't take care of herself. She's sick. She's, retarded, so she can't take care of herself. This is what's going on. So right now I am looking for work. Hopefully we'll get something, or I'll get something. We in the generic term. Um, uh, I should say I will get something. So whatever is being reported on an ongoing basis is being talked about outside the window. The people in the building is taking part in the targeting. The people who are working for the building is also taking part in the targeting. So there is an ongoing discussion. I am being monitored live. This is part of the targeting because I'm constantly reminded that I'm a target and I have no privacy. So I'm being monitored live. So that being the case, people are constantly talking about me and discussing what I did, what was reported about me, and this is being talked about outside the window. So the person who is competing for the right to look at me inside of my home and remotely access me and remotely torture gets really angry when he thinks he's losing. So they come outside and they talk about what's going on, the discussions that's being held, because the contract is one. You have to make a case to get the contract to look at me and make decisions about me as a target. So there is a competition being run all the time. So this is what's being talked about outside the window, which I tweeted, just small snippets of what goes on outside the window. Apparently the people in those videos who's talking are competitors who are competing for the right to torture me, basically, to look at me inside my home and torture me, to be the manager, to be the team leader. So, again, there is no mental illness, there's no emergency. I am looking for work. I have what I need until I find a job. And hopefully the targeting will stop because there's going to be consequences, of course. Hopefully the targeting will stop.